I'm wondering if this civilization, if today, if we really, really think that everything is coming to an end very soon, because the way we're doing things is like we don't expect to live another 100 years, for real. I mean, we're taking the home, for example, and we're destroying it. We have same-sex people, and then they discover, oh, we want some kids, two men. So, oh, let's ask the government to give us some kids. Then they're gonna take these people, these poor folks' kids over there, and say, oh, they abuse the kids, take it away, hand it to them. Same thing with the two women. Yes, women have babies, but two can't have. So they might go and get some sperm, have a baby, and then they break up, and then who the baby is. Just like regular husband-wife split, who the baby should go for, and all this stuff. But here we have women out at our backs, and we have women doing bodybuilding. We have women in the military. I think Australia putting the women in the front, battlefront. They're going to be attacking the enemy and so on. And you can imagine some horny enemy. They're saying, don't kill the girls, we need them. Don't kill them, just corner them and take the gun away and bring them back. And then they'll come back saying, oh, they were raped in the battlefield and all this and that. But the bottom line is that we are training women. I see people in the community in Oakland, California. They're training the girls how to do skateboarding and how to do skating on the road and how to do scooters and so forth. Those are the two-wheel thing with the hand, the whole and scoot down the road, teaching them to do all kind of football and so on. And they're not even teaching them the things that they need to be good moms and good wives and good professionals, because it comes down to they get pregnant sometime, but they don't have the skills that they should have had. They just were spending the time and trying to be, what can happen is though is that, what I find is that the women who do bodybuilding and do strength building and so forth, they tend to think that I don't need a man because I can lift all this stuff up, not realizing that that's not the only role for men, to face the tiger and to lift up the stuff and do the nasty job in the yard and the house. I mean, the voice of the man, the way he smells, the way he looks, his touch and so forth, it helps both partners. And so they're going to say, you know what, I'm so strong, I don't need a man, let me get the next woman. Like this boxer lady, see how she's walking away? She's trying to be like a man. Yeah, I kick her ass, bring her out here, And then them girls going to say, she now want a man who going to just say, oh, you did good. She want somebody who going to keep on telling her, oh, you're so good. So who going to do that? A woman. So she going to say, I don't want no man, I want me a woman. Go and buy a little dildo in the store and, hopefully put on men cologne, I understand they do, and have a good time. But we see now where women are, because you train them to be soldiers, they are no more peacemakers, and they're no more lovers, and they're no more preservers of life and so forth. They don't even want to have kids again. And they don't have the tenderness to tend to these little infants. This is why they're choking them, killing them, shooting them, drowning them, and doing them all kind of evil, because we have not been, this is not something that you're born with. Yes, you're born with the vagina and the whole baby making stuff, but the way to treat the children and so forth, you have to learn that. And the mothers were passing this on, but now they're at work, or somebody else. This thing is so messed up. So now, I'm just wondering how long more we expect civilization to last. Because if the home is falling apart, which means that, you marry a woman and then all kinds of things happening. So we men generally are to be blamed. We tell our women, we want to talk football. You can't even talk football. So you go over there and talk with your women, your little vagina monologue or whatever. And they say, you know what, we should learn about football so we could be with the men and talk. Why you need to be with the men? Just be with the women to, talk stuff. And when we come together, we don't even have to understand you. You don't even have to understand us. Let's just get along. Don't let us go where we don't understand stuff. We have difficulties. Just choose the things that, going to be happy and just go on. You know what I mean? And so now the women are going out to do things so they could feel acceptable. And I remember the women also were saying, we need a tender man. We need a guy that's going to be very attentive to his appearance. And we need a man that's going to be, so tender and nice and gentle. And then the guys say, begin to be like wimps. And then they say, you know what, you go to work and I can take care of the babies and I can clean, I can cook and I can shop and all this stuff. And it's like saying, okay. Now, I'm not sure. You see, perhaps women has trained the kids, the girl child, to listen to them, and even though they're far apart, like this, hear the mom calling them, like this, try to, what is called it, this try to bond, and so on. And but women have this clock in them. I don't know how they get at, whether they're born with it or whether the mother teach them it or whatever, or it's inspiration or whatever. But they will be and saying, you know what, I think my child needs to be fed now, or I think the child is wet, or I think the child defecated and needs to be clean. So they go and bam, it's right. So how they do that? You know what I mean? And they say, I think my child has woken up now. Let me go. I mean, I don't know how to do that. Now, when you train in football and to scoot and to be outside and not to be like trying to be a homebody, I mean, they lost that. So that's why they're killing these kids. So now, this woman, they're saying that they want them to wear skirts in the boxing. And they're saying, no, we want to wear pants. We want to wear short pants. So I wonder, I don't know, do they, like, hitting the breast, is it tabooed? I mean, women's body is so delicate. You punch them in the midsection there, you might obstruct their ovaries, you might obstruct their uterus. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of problems. You never know, she might be pregnant. I mean, in the early stage, she don't even know. Bam, you know what I mean? All these problems. So we got to sit down as a civilization and say, look, we need women. Because, you see, in the Middle East, we castigate these people, how the women live and the girls and all this kind of stuff. But listen, these people were superpower before us, okay? Both Iraq, Iran, and Afghanistan, around that area, there were two superpowers. There were two empire headquarters. And they've gone through all the stuff that we're going through now. You had Queen Vashti. You had, in Egypt, you had Queen, what's her name, Nefertiti, and they've discovered that certain things women don't do well in that. I mean, women could do anything, but they choose to do some things that they have them to be good moms and good wives and good citizens. They're choosing to go and be a soccer player and spend all the time learning soccer, and then they can't cook, and the family won't get good nutrition. They don't even know how to take care of a womb. They don't know how to advise the kids how to avoid stuff. I recall when I was growing up, when the girls fall down, you go and pick them up and you kiss them and you tell them, oh baby, and it's okay, everything is good. You're trying to be tender with her so she can be tender with her kids. But the guy, when he falls, he say, oh, get your ass up and come out here, man. I don't want to hear about it, man. You need to know to run, or you need to know to ride, man. That's your problem. Go and do it properly, or don't talk to me about it. I don't want to hear about it. That's how you're going to treat the guys. But you can't treat the girls like that, because if she going to fall down, and she get tough and she say, fall down is no problem, then she can put the babies at risk, because, in the early stages, they're with her. And if she thinks that she don't think like, I need to be tender or whatever, man, this thing is so messed up. But you know what? Women are enjoying it. But, if when things, come to an end, we all decide, we went wrong. And the next time, if we had a chance, we will do things different. There can be no next chance. Babylon didn't have a next chance. The Persian didn't have a new chance. Egypt didn't have a next chance. You don't get a next chance. You got to do it right. And why civilizations have to come to a place where they all collide and crash? Simply because people lose respect for tradition. Now, I'm not talking about religious tradition where people had some wrong stuff and they want to perpetuate that. I'm talking about things that we've learned as a people, and we have developed community wisdom and knowledge, and things that we learned to come along. We learned that it's better for girls to do the domestic things, and it's better for the men to do the brutal things, going to war. Now you want to change that around, make the guys stay at home to be domestic and the women be the warriors. I mean, marriages are falling apart, and that's the reason. You have a soldier wife, okay, like in Australia, she went to the battlefield, she survived that. I mean, the slightest thing you tell her, she's going to tell you, I shoot you, man, don't bother me, I'll kill your arse. And I mean, whereas long ago the women wouldn't even say a word like that, because they are respecting life, and they made life, let's say, and they want to see life be better and so forth. And this guy will tell her, like, if you don't follow, I say, I'll kill you. And then they'll say, oh, I don't want to kill, so things used to move. But now the women also doing that. So I mean, two people can't threaten each other to kill them. It's better you separate, or they will separate. See what I'm saying? You can't have two women in the same hole. We used to say you can't have two men rats in the same hole. You can't have the two sex, or the two people with the two same things. Because even at college, guys doing theology, they want to marry a girl doing theology. And people are advising them that don't make sense. Because, it's better you have somebody who did nursing, perhaps, or somebody who did teaching, or somebody who did history, as opposed to having somebody in the same discipline, because it's going to be a problem. Now, we have two attorneys could marry and everything is good. and whatever. But yeah, anyway, man, it's like it's amazing what we're doing to ourselves.